I'm Kurt, I'm a parent, and this is my 2-minute tip. I'm holding in my hand something that just about every parent has, a driver's license. It's a government-issued ID card that tells people quite a bit about me. Now, according to this card, I'm not quite as tall as I'd like to be, I don't have as much hair as I'd like to have, and I'm certainly not as young as I once was. When I look at this picture, all sorts of things about my identity race through my mind. Your children have ID cards too. Some have driver's licenses, some have school-issued IDs, and some have an image or identification of themselves that they've created along the way, often with the help from others, for good and for bad. The world is constantly telling our children lies about their identity. It's telling them that their identity is determined by all sorts of things. How smart they are, how athletic they are, how popular they are, how many followers they have on Instagram, how many likes their most recent post received, whether or not they have a date for the prom, if they got picked first or last for a playground game, and the list goes on and on and on. And as a result, our children have a natural tendency to see themselves through the eyes of the world, or to see themselves through the eyes of others. And because these messages get sent nonstop, our children find themselves in a nonstop battle to develop a healthy identity. And that is why it's so important to help our children understand early and often that our government, school, or self-issued IDs only tell part of the story of us. This picture doesn't tell the whole story. Here's my tip. Help your children see themselves through God's eyes by seeing themselves as chosen, loved, and accepted. And remind them of that regularly. God has chosen them. They were not an accident. They're unique and special. Treat them as such and remind them of that truth as often as you can. God loves them. God's love for them is unconditional. It's unlimited. Look for ways to model this kind of love to your children as often and as best you can. God accepts them just as they are. They don't need to earn His favor. They already have it. You know, when I look at this government-issued ID, I learn a lot about myself, but none of it's really all that important. I mean, who cares if I'm not 25 years old, 6 foot 2 inches tall, with a full head of hair? This only tells part of the story. Whether your child is 8 or 18, he or she is in the process of developing their identity, and the truth is, so much of the picture they have of themselves only tells part of the story, and it's usually not the best part. You can help them develop their true identity by reminding them that the only part of the story that really matters is God's part. And He sees them as chosen, loved, and accepted.